So this should be a quickie, but I found a new liquor store today, and I've been to its, I'm going to call it sister liquor store. It's Adelphia, and there's one maybe 15 minutes from here, and then I found one that was closer to my place of employment. What was ironic about it is yesterday I was talking about the rosé that I think is a higher quality or the best rosé I've ever had, and I think there's two bottlings of this. Just the Clos Bone and Tiburon Clos Bone from Provence, and this is a 2023. So this is relatively young. Normally, most rosé you want to drink very, very young. This is still pretty young, but maybe what someone would call old for a rosé since you want to drink it fresher. But this one could absolutely age. I think there's one higher expression of this, and I don't really know what the variance is between this and the one above it. But $45. So this is a $45 rosé, but to have something that's very unique, very different, with a lot more depth, a lot more flavor, I feel like this is an amazing rosé if you're a big rosé fan. And this is I think the grape's called Tiburon. Yeah, it's the Tiburon grape, so a very unique grape as well. Yeah, and this could absolutely age. So I did find it. I do want to get more into Burgundy, Pinot Noirs from Burgundy, France, and I'm slowly but surely doing my best to explore the villages. And I know I love Volnay, which is so Côte d'Or is the whole Burgundy proper. There's other parts of Burgundy, but the main one, the core, is Côte d'Or, North Côte de Nuit, Côte de Beaune. From Côte de Beaune, I love Volnay. At least everything I've ever had from the village of Volnay, I've loved. I've had a few wines from Côte de Nuit, Gevrey-Chambertin, and this is a 2020, which is a pretty good vintage out of Burgundy. I've never had this one per se, Domaine Henri Monnier. So we'll see. I'm pretty sure all the Gevrey-Chambertins I've ever had I've also liked. It's just stylistically, there's just something in those villages that I like. I tried Pommard, which was supposed to be something that I read would maybe be something I would enjoy, and all the Pommards I had kind of fell short, and then all the Volnays I had were spectacular. So slowly but surely I'm gonna just try. You can't just try 1, 2 to 3 from each one of those villages, and there's a lot. And then you go further south, so you go into the Mâconnais, which is still Burgundy, and there's Givray, Mercurey, and there's other places, but I'm talking Côte de Nuit, Côte de Beaune, the two Burgundy propers. I don't have my map. Probably would have been better if I had my map, but just gonna make this really short tonight. They had a fantastic selection of bourbon. I've been looking for this specific bourbon ever since I tasted it, and most people will tell you it's overrated. I think they're crazy. It's just kind of expensive. So this is Woodford Reserve's Barrel Finish Select. This is a double oaked. So finished in heavy toasted new oak. So it's aged once and then aged again, and it's just says basically extra aged. I don't know the exact years on this thing. 90.4 proof, only 700 milliliters, which is a little odd. Feels like you're getting gypped out of 500 milliliters. Had this once before. It was delicious. It was decadent. A lot of cherry, kind of a slight chocolatey thing going on. Intense. There was intense flavor, and I really enjoyed it. Now, I hope I enjoyed as much now that I have it here, but $220. So you're talking about a very expensive bourbon, as opposed to yesterday, let's say the Larceny. I haven't tried any of these yet, but now I got a few more bourbons, more than I thought I would be buying. I said I'm not really buying bourbon, and look at me, I'm back to buying some bourbon. I do really enjoy the flavor profile and the intensity of it, and there's so much flavor a lot of the times. There's a lot of cherry, and I do like cherry in wine, in bourbon, in spirits. That is a flavor that I do enjoy when it comes in at an intense flavor. So that was the purchase of the day. Three bottles. Oh, Gevrey-Chambertin was pretty expensive too. So Burgundy, this was $92, I think. So very expensive. Burgundy is not for the faint of heart, unfortunately. So I will have to take it slow and really only focus on the ones. Once I find the villages, let's say 5 or 6 that I really like, I'll just sort of stick to those, and maybe it doesn't even go that far. I know there's what's the one I'm blanking on right now? Nuit Saint George. And I don't think they have any Grand Cru. So it's, you know, village level, Premier Cru, Grand Cru. I don't think they have any Grand Cru, but all the Premier Crus, even village level wines from Nuit Saint George, I've enjoyed. Pretty sure that is in the Côte de Nuit, the northern part of Burgundy proper. So said we'll keep it short. We'll keep it short. Off to dinner. It is just a Thursday night. Probably won't make a video now for a little bit. Thanksgiving is next week, and pairing turkey and red wine is always challenging. Some people talk about Zinfandel. I don't think that works. I think Pinot Noir for red is your best bet. Lighter style red. If you're going with something a little off the beaten path, you can go with Sicily's Mount Etna Nerello Muscalese, so that is absolutely a great lighter style red and very much more affordable, though the prices are coming up, unfortunately, of those Mount Etna reds made from Nerello Muscalese. And there's plenty of lighter reds, like, you know, some Grenaches that are a little bit light, but if you want to stay safe, there's Mount Etna reds are starting to pop up almost everywhere I go. Not a big selection. Pinot Noir is obviously everywhere, so maybe pick your Pinot of choice, but I don't think Zin works. I don't think Sangio works. Definitely not Cabernet. This is turkey. It's going to overpower the flavor of the turkey. So that's it. Have a good night.